This video I will give a few updates of my plants. First, this is the Syngonium albo that I video recorded on, here's the date, 1 year ago on September the 7th, 2024. Let's have a brief look. Okay, now how does this plant look like now after 1 year? Let's go have a look. So I placed the plant at the same location. Unfortunately, it has grown so much bigger, and I'm not sure if I can. Let me adjust light. Maybe this is a little better. Let me get closer. Okay, so you can see a little better, hopefully. So this is the same Syngonium podophyllum albo that has grown so much. And if you look at the new leaves, they still are the baby form, but it's getting closer to the adult form. And let's look into the pot. I'm not really able to really get into it, but I have been rotating the stem into 3 or more circles to such a degree that there's no space I can circle. There's no soil surface that I can circle the stem, because when I circle the stem, these roots shown on the right will grow into the soil and the plants will become stronger. However, I have reached such a level that I don't have any more space suitable on the surface to rotate the stem onto. Recall, I rotate the stem onto the pot surface and use a pin, like long metal pin, to pin them onto the soil. And once that's no longer possible, I have to use a scaffolding support. I really like this scaffolding support. It's very firm and it's a constructively built. So for my pot, I have 1, 2, 3. You can reduce this pots to 2 and increase them to 5, 6 when you have huge pot. So it's completely flexible, and then suitable for my use. And I have to also say about this pot, I never water onto the surface of the soil. I merely add water to the reservoir when the reservoir is half full. And the place to add water to the reservoir is right here. Right here. I just add them in. And then I want to say, I know many people would, I do that myself, would weigh the pot by hand or inspect, put fingers into the soil, and to avoid overwatering or underwatering. I'm just saying, with this plant, with this pot, things are so easy. I don't need to get my fingers dirty. I just look at the reservoir. Of course, it's not that easy anymore because the reservoir will grow algae when there's light, but I still can see the water level in it. I will add the water to the maximum level, but the water surface is still below. You can see the water surface is still below the soils, the bottom of the pot, the soil. Okay, and the roots of this Syngonium grow into the reservoir. And you can see I don't need to check if the soil is dry. And the way to look at this plant to tell if it needs water or not is super easy. You just look at the reservoir, and if it's half full, you just add water to full, and that's it. And the light level has been keeping it indoors. I never brought it outside, and mainly a north window or east window, and it has been growing like crazy, unstoppable. Like, I can easily cut this into, maybe 50 pieces, new plants. I just don't have the incentive to do it. I just enjoy the foliage, and it has lost like 2 leaves after I start to neglect it this fall when the light level decreased. But it has so many leaves, and because the setup is foolproof, so that makes this plant so easy. This is just 1 year's growth. The next update is about the peacock ginger. Recall the Syngonium albo did not have any plastic bag, and it grew just fine. My humidity level is quite low. I would imagine probably below 50%, but it's no problem for Syngonium albo. And for the peacock ginger, this is an update. Again, let's recall. This is the same video of the same peacock ginger I took 2 months ago on July the 28th. Let's have a brief look. Okay, this is how it is now. It has grown 2 more new shoots. Of course, I removed the flower spikes, and these are the new. Oh my God, you can see they're going to be bigger than the first pair of leaves. Going to be gigantic. Anyway, this is the peacock ginger. The reason I post peacock ginger is because I really like growing them. They are very easy to grow. I was posting on Facebook, and then this woman says, "Oh, these peacock gingers are not rare." I don't care. I'm not about rare or not. I'm not a sailor. I'm just a grower, and I find it bulletproof. It looks delicate, but it's, oh my God, so easy to care for. And if you think your peacock ginger has died, no, it hasn't. It just went to dormancy, and it will come back. Okay, so this is an update of the peacock ginger. It has been growing so big. This is a full setup. Because this plant is so tough, I don't need a special setup. I just water it probably once a week. It tolerates overwatering, it tolerates underwatering. Of course, if you keep doing that, the leaves will not look that wonderful. And it does like higher humidity in my practice. So what happens is if you have this form, this plastic form, it's just the plants grow a lot faster. That's what you see. And the leaves look a lot tender, in my opinion. I call them personalized greenhouse. But of course, those only work for the smallish plants. So for these large plants, either you use gigantic bag or you have to deal with like what I'm doing right now. The top is opening. Okay. I also wish to update on my variegated jade plants. The couple of calathea, ctenanthe, asparagus fern, and the non-variegated alocasia frydek. They're all growing quite wonderfully for me. I want to do a brief update of my vertical garden. I call this on the right personalized individual greenhouse, and the humidity. See, in my house, I like it dry, so the humidity level would be, say, around 50%, maybe even lower, sometimes higher. But inside there is almost 100%, and the philodendrons, the result is that the philodendrons, you just feel they grow super fast, unbelievably fast. So this is a philodendron calkins gold. It's just it just grows so fast in the humidity dome, sometimes you feel they just don't grow that without the plastic bag, which is the case for these plants. On the left is a Rex begonia. It grows just non-stop, superbly well, and I only need to water them maybe once a month. Add a little water when there's humidity dome. And this one in front of me is amydrium medium spiderman, and it just won't grow without this bag. And once you have this bag, oh my god, it grows so fast. This is just one summer's growth. I don't know if I can capture this insane situation. And above is a pothos, a type of pothos, maybe pearls and jade. I'm not 100% sure. And I have a bunch of relatives of jade plant. And pencil cacti. And pencil cacti tolerate cold. I really love it. They tolerate cold better than, say, jade plant. And in winter, they turn red. And on the red is devil's backbone. This plant, although it's a succulent, I still keep it in a humidity dome. And this plant, if the temperature is below, say, 17 degrees, you must not water, otherwise everything will fall apart. And here is the echeveria blue heron. I have it for several years. Yes, it's real. The blue color, the blue reflection, the light blue reflection is real. It's surreal but real, and it's so beautiful. Let me see if I can get the light correct. Oh my God, I love it. It's a cheap, non-expensive type, but it's so beautiful. Okay. And then this one, excuse my neighbor's junk. This is the petunia itsy pink. I want to try to overwinter it. The reason I want to try is I notice when they have smallish flower, they have better chance of overwinter. If their flowers are really large, they peter out. They don't survive the winter. Okay, so let's continue the update. This is my other vertical garden. I want to say I really like this calathea cultivar called Looking Glass. I hope you get the idea why it's called Looking Glass. And also my very long Hoya linearis. Only one is very, very long. Then you get the idea how beautiful it is. Okay, so and then some colocasia, some African violets, my Rex Bagania, my gigantic bird nest fern, my pink Syngonium, and white fusion calathea. They all have been with me for more than 5 years. What I want to say is the Scindapsus trebuii moonlight. I have 2 cuttings at this location. People complain they don't grow. You see, this is just one summer, 3 months growth. I did have some sunburn when I moved to this location. There's another one. It's not an isolated situation. This is also just one summer's growth. And I live in zone 6, Canada. Zone 6. And they do benefit from this plastic tent. They don't grow without this plastic tent. So the idea of this Scindapsus trebuii moonlight is that the plant will watch. If the environment is not good, it will not grow. But once the environment is suitable, it will grow very fast. I just want to look at this beautiful leaf. Okay, it's vigorous, lively, green color with a silver shine. Okay, but the silver shine is absent in the center stem and the edge. And overall, very, very beautiful, very, very elegant. The leaves are large, naturally large, like other Scindapsus. The benefit of Scindapsus is, unlike some pothos, they keep the size of their leaves. And then you see, under this plastic dome, I can even overwater it. It won't have problem. It's just how magic the humidity works. Once the plant is vigorous, they tolerate a lot more. Okay, and then I do have to say, Scindapsus, trebuii, moonlight appear to be from a more tropical area. It's prefer a more tropical, hotter, more heat, more humidity, a little bit less sun, that kind of environment compared to other Scindapsus. I mean, for example, Scindapsus silver N. I also have that plant as well. Not at this heat, right here. But people complain there's one Scindapsus, which I believe is a variety of this moonlight. That is a slow grower, and that is true. And I'm going to show mine in 1 second. So some plants don't really need that high humidity. For example, this is the Cebu blue pothos on the moss paw, on the plank paw, and I haven't had any problem so far. This is Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. It's also on the plant paw, and then it's growing just fine. See the leaves. Okay, that's all I wish to discuss and share today. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you and bye-bye.